Hi, hello, vanakkam, and welcome back to yet another episode on your favorite Little Law YouTube channel. So, in the previous video, we saw about an interview question, a scenario-based, a real-time scenario-based interview question, and most of you have really supported me a lot. And thank you for your comments and for your like. And if you haven't still watched it yet, please do watch my previous video on JMeter. It's mostly into regular expression item. So now in this video, I'll show you a step-by-step of how to record a HAR file. HAR file from your browser, and you can use it to generate your LoadRunner script for performance testing. And by the end of the video, you'll be able to convert your real user flows into Lotus. And why do I need to come with this scenario is in most of the times, like when you were not able to record your script through your LoadRunner. So in those cases, you can use this HAR file to record your scripts, and that is more easy, and it will definitely help you to get your scripts up and running. So before we start on how to record and to execute that as a load test, I'll first explain you about what is a HAR file. So HAR means HTTP archive. So HAR is an acronym of HTTP archive. So it captures all the requests and responses between your browser and the server. So again, a HAR file is like a black box which will record your browser session, and LoadRunner can then analyze it and generate a script automatically. So now you are seeing the script which has been generated through HAR recording. So first, to start with recording, so I'm going to my browser. So you can use any of your browsers. You can use your Chrome, Edge for this. And before you start recording, go to your dev tools, or you can click on F12 and then go to the network tab and make sure you stop your recording and clear everything, and also check your preserve log and disable your, uncheck your disable cache. So you'll be having your empty screen like this. And just make sure, in case if you find anything here, just clear this network. And this step, the black icon which you see on the left side, is the record button. So until I click this, no actions will be recorded. Even if I even if I do any actions, nothing will be recorded. So I'm just clicking on logout again. So I'm in my landing page, and now I'm going to click on record log. So now if I do any actions, everything will be recorded. So let me quickly refresh it to make sure that I'm recording my landing page. So here we don't have any options to give the transaction name, so that will be taken care in your scripting part. And then the second step is I'm going to click on login, so which will take me to the application. And then let's do some transactions so that we can compare and confirm that that particular transaction has been properly done. So here in the transfer funds, I'm clicking on that, and let me make a transfer of like 15 pounds, $15 to another account. Click on transfer. So here you can see the $15 has been transferred from account 13344 to account 17118. And then let me go to accounts overview and check. Yep. So here previously it was 90 and now it is 105. And yes, so I made the transfer. I did a account verification, and then let me click the logout. And now I'm going to stop my recording and I will export this file. So here if you see the export HAR which is sanitized. So I'm exporting the file, and then Parabank. Let me change the name to demo, and then I'm going to save it. So now I have created a file, I have recorded it, and then I have saved it. So how are we going to bring it to the script? How are we going to transfer the HAR file, the HTTP archive file, to a LoadRunner script? And for that, let me add another script, a new script. Choose a web HTTP HTML, that's fine. And in the script name, I'm going to add as demo HAR file. Click create, and now I'm creating a HAR file. And now click on this record button. You're not going to record anything because already everything is done. So in this option, we normally use the web browser, right? And then we have Windows application, then we have remote applications. And then here we have the fourth option, which is capturing the traffic file analysis. So I'm going to choose that. And once I choose that, I got this option of captured file. So I'm going to choose my Parabank demo HAR. So there, which is where we have created all the actions. And I have unchecked the client side filter and go to the record options. In the record options, I'm going to choose my HTML script, base script under HTML advanced. I'm going to choose the a script containing explicit URLs only, and then I'm going to click on do not record. So just remember these options. So I've chosen a script containing explicit URLs only, so which will have web URL and web submit data. And then I have the do not record part. So clicking on OK and then click on OK again. And now I'll click on start recording. So this will generate the script for me. So this will actually see, so this will actually convert the HAR file, the HTTP archive file, to the LoadRunner C um, code, the core LoadRunner C code. And here, if you see, we have got content type. So 59% are of image zip, and then 4% are JSON, 2% undefined. So everything like how you record, everything will be recorded here, and 98% is HTTP 200, and 2% is redirect 302 record or requests. So now we have got the script ready, and let me do a quick run. So, and before that, let me just open the application and let's make sure that we have recorded it properly. So I'm going to the login transaction and to the account overview. Account overview. Sorry. Log out. Log in. Account overview. Okay, I think there are some changes, but still, okay, it's fine. Let's run this transaction. So it's running fine. There are no errors that's been recorded. So to maintain the application stability, actually that previous account that has been deleted even after we record the script. So let's quickly do one thing. We have the account numbers here. So what I'll do is let me make the changes in the script. So here, if you see the from account, so I'm going to change the from account like 17673. Yes, let me make the 17673, and to account will be 17784, right? 17784, and amount is going to be $15. And let's check whether is there any other account part that is in the application. Yep, there is one more here. So let me go and change this as well. Okay, that's the customer ID, and that's fine. But in case if there is any changes, we need to find that as well. Rest everything is okay. Let me save and go quick run. So what we did is we changed the account number from and to, just to understand, because the HAR file change is the important one here. So yep. So if you see here, previously it was 90 and now it has changed to 105. So that's how the HAR file works. And yeah, so apart from that, everything else is same. So you're gonna give the transaction separate names. Say for example, if you want to give us transaction names like LR underscore start, control enter, start transaction, and this is going to be 01 underscore landing page. Yep. So now we have got your transaction, and then let's end the transaction underscore end and underscore transaction. Oh, sorry. And then the landing page. So yeah, we all know that. You all know that what to do. And then LR underscore, sorry. And then let me add a LR auto. Yep. So now we have got the first script up and running. There is some errors. It's because we are missing a semicolon. Sorry, we're missing a semicolon at the end. Yep. So now it's done. So same way, we all know how to add the LR start transaction, end transaction, and then the think time and everything else. Everything is going to be same. And you know what? There is one more thing that we all need to know. That is the rules. Say for example, let's take example. So you are gonna correlate the from and to accounts, right? So there's a way to do it. Say for example, if you are running your application and every time when you make a lot of scripts and if they are not being properly in the correlation rule, yes, there is a way to add correlation rule, and that's what we're going to see in the next video. And there's few more items, some best practices which I will let you know, which I will tell you now. And before I end, let me give you some quick tips, some best practices for HAR loads runner script conversion. So the first thing is record with very clean browser. So always use an incognito or a private window and disable any extensions or disable any ad blockers. And one more thing, make sure you log out before starting so you capture the full flow. And that's how I normally do. I log out. I always have a incognito, a private window, and also prevent any noise in your HAR. And then the next thing is keep your HARs small and business focused. Like don't keep it very complex. Like don't export a massive browsing session, and also record only the business flows that you need to test. And each HAR should represent one business transaction that you will replay in LoadRunner. And the other thing is like watch out for sensitive data. Yes, so HAR files may include cookies, the auth tokens and credentials. So always make sure that you sanitize before sharing or importing, and never ever commit raw HAR files into repos unless it is script. And check for HAR completeness. So ensure you preserve the log. I mean, like ensure you're like keeping on of the preserve log during capture, and make sure that you verify that it includes the HAR file includes headers, bodies, and responses. Otherwise, Vuegen in the load runner Vuegen may not be able to generate the full steps. If the headers like authorization or cookies are missing, you will have to redo the HAR capturing without including sensitive data. So please don't be lazy about that. And next thing is like use the right protocol in Vuegen. So the web HTTP HTML for traditional web apps, and then the dev web protocol if you prefer lightweight code oriented scripts. And then don't choose GUI protocols like True Client unless the app flow needs real browser execution. And there are a few other best practices which we'll discuss in a separate video. So until I see you all in another interesting, I mean like again the rules part, yes, we're going to see that in the next video. So if you want to know more, enter rules in the comment section and I'll create the next video for you. Until then, I'm not going to create. Just kidding. So yeah, but just comment rules so that I'm going to create the rules video for you in the next video. So until I see you all in the next video, it's bye bye from us and your favorite Little Star YouTube channel. Take care and bye bye.